Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah, we in this giant tight beat, bro. I wish we had like I wish we've been counting. We need to go back and figure out how many episodes we've done so far.
Man, I mean, cause y'all type B was started before I even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to go back and like really do, like,
Yeah.
a tally up. This is back. We used to do this back when they first introduced collab lives on Instagram. That's how we used to do this job. But anyway, welcome to Tight Beat, a producer podcast live, a producer podcast live from outer space, an unapologetic studio. And we have a light cast because, you know what I'm saying, we've been putting in work. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, we just had other works and things to do. Some of us getting rest. Some of us just got hit with the plague just out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, right before this jump. So, yeah, we really, you know what I'm saying, we really figured it out.
We've been working.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Type B, the producer podcast, where we talk about producing and engineering and musicking and all kinds of stuff. My name is Kid Maestro, and behind me is my cast.
It's me, LJ1S. What up?
LJ1S in this junk. So, yeah, man. First off, we got to just talk about what we did last night.
Man.
What you and I did.
Man.
What we did last night, I thought we would never speak on, but it was so crazy. I feel like people just gotta know.
They gotta know.
And whatever they think,
it is what it is.
After they find out what we just did last night, me and you, LJ, it's just whatever.
It's just whatever, bro.
So tell
at
them
this point,
tell them what we did yesterday night.
Man, so yesterday, we had first off, just salute to the team. Before we just get into the details of everything, salute to the team, like, for real. But yeah, we had the 191 collab yesterday with the Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies. But not only that, bro, we did the music. We curated the music for the entire night. So we had the pregame, the halftime show. Man, it was crazy.
Yeah, we dropped a crazy collection, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking Run to the Pieces right now.
That work
jacket. Let me turn around so y'all can see.
Get that work.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. This joint is warm as hell, too. So, you know what I'm saying? This is not no cheapo schmeepo joint. This is official. Everything, we really put our hands on this joint, bro. We was in outer space with the sweatshop. Shout out to everybody on the team who put in work, actually putting together these garments. All of these patches were hand stitched. I don't have the other pieces on me, but the beanies,
beanies went crazy.
Jewels, they were sold out, by the way. The beanies sold out. Those were handmade as well. The work shirts, hand stitched. Everything was put together with real work. We didn't just send it off to get it printed. So this was a very special collection for Unapologetic Garments. So congratulations to the Garments team. Man. And Unapologetic Sound, man, we took over the music job. We performed halftime. Now, we performed at the FedEx Forum multiple times before during the pregame as well as halftime, but this was the first time that we got to be on the court as well. So that was super special. And yeah, man, Unapologetic is turning 10 this year, and so I thought it was very fitting that on the 10th year we finally made it to the FedEx Forum court and got to really perform like one of the big artists. So it was a super special moment. It looked great. It sounded dope, man. Shout out to Rudy, who also guest featured there. Shout out to Blue Levies. And super big shout out to Opera Memphis.
Man, for sure.
Gotta give him a hand clap. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Thank y'all for sharing that stage with us. It was an epic night, man.
Yo.
It really was. And me personally, and I can speak for some of my other teammates as well, we caught the flu, like,
bro.
Literally Saturday last week was like we got sick, and we just been going hard trying to get well to get ready and be ready for yesterday.
Yeah.
I was still kind of, I was still kind of out, but, it didn't take me out.
Facts.
And came in and did the thing, and I was super happy. So, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think I caught that joint. I was the last one to catch it, and bro, it was some work to make sure I was ready. But that's why I think we always talk about this, like the favorite parts of the events and stuff. And I've always said, for me, I love just the journey. And man, honestly, after yesterday, I might sound cocky, but I'm like, bro, I don't think anyone else, especially in the city that I see, that I know, could have pulled this off. With everything that we faced, and like legit having to figure out a way to make sure we meet the deadlines of everything, with everyone like falling to whatever this was, as man say, the plague, the week of, and we still come out and execute, and it looks flawless. It's like, everyone sees the results, but they don't see the behind the scenes, the work that goes into it. Like, for everyone to really, man, not even sure how we were going to do it because everyone was sick and everything, to figure out a way to conquer up whatever we had to do, the blessings that we received to make this happen, bro. Like, I don't know. This one was special for me.
Yeah. For me personally, man, it was. I have to give all glory to God. It
Yeah,
wasn't me
yeah,
at
for
all
sure.
Because however I got sick, that junk was taking me out, and I just think about it could have been a lot worse. I could have
Facts.
really been incapacitated, and not able to do this junk at all. And so, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I was under attack, but you know, God really helped me get through, get me healthy enough to be able to do this performance, and still getting better. And did that for the whole team. And so I'm super grateful for that.
Yeah.
And it just makes me realize that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we were preparing a lot.
Yeah.
Had a lot of rehearsals and coordination with other organizations. And so it just made me realize, like, man, there's so many things in this world that can take you out that you can't plan for.
Yeah.
And so you got to be grateful for every moment that you do have, because
Agreed.
it could have just been the wrong virus or the wrong day, the wrong immune system set up.
Man, what?
To where, wouldn't have been no halftime performance for me. So I'm super grateful, you know what I'm saying? Super happy, super blessed. Yeah, man, you can't buy these online, at least not at the moment. So I think there's still some stock left. So hit up the FedEx Forum as soon as you get the opportunity. Cop some of the work collection. You can't get the hat no more, but I do think they got a few sizes in the jackets left and a few of the long sleeves. So yeah, man, that was last night.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy.
That's not the activities you and I did that I was referring to. But yeah, I think that was a good idea to talk about that. So heck yeah. But what else we gonna say? I see you don't want to let the people know. And it's all good.
All right, man. See, you on some other topic.
I feel you. What's the other topics?
Yeah, so we talking about lyrics versus melodies, man. Like what makes the song a hit? What makes a great hook? Do you still prioritize gang staging? And of course, there's a lot of details needed to talk about that. And what was the last one? Do you prefer to work with an artist from scratch, like to build the song, or would you rather just send the beats out to the artist and have them write to the song and everything before the session? Yeah, I'm intrigued about this lyric versus melody one. So I guess let's just start there.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Honestly, I feel like it's melody. Because when I think about songs now, a lot of songs now that are considered hits or whatever, most of the times they be super simple. They might not even really be talking about much. But the melody is so catchy to where you just get hooked to it, and that's the purpose of the hook. So yeah, and plus I'm a melody guy anyway. I mean, I love lyrics, but I think the melody is what really catches you before you even. I know for me, and that could just be because I'm a producer first. Because a lot of times when I listen to songs, I'm listening to not necessarily even the lyrics. I'm listening to how your cadence, approaches, how you use your voice as an instrument to add to the production overall. And that's why melody sticks out more so to me than lyrics, at least on the initial, like, oh no, this is smash.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I think I pretty much agree with you. But I'm trying to figure out like the right way to word like how I'm feeling about this because I think that melody is universal, right? Like melody is what makes people, be able to sing along in different languages, and it makes everything connect.
Right.
And there are plenty of songs out now, especially in rap, where you don't know what they're saying at all. The whole rap is in auto-tune. The whole thing is just melody.
Bro, yeah.
And you don't really know what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that clearly isn't the focal point. However, like, when you talk about the biggest songs in the world, like, none of them, I'm trying to think of the biggest songs in the world, like across history too,
Right.
that are just melody. I feel like you gotta hit Beethoven up. You know what I'm saying? Doom, 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 doom. You know, maybe something like that. But
Right.
I'm just thinking about stuff like when I think about world level smashes, I'm thinking of like we will rock you. Let that be any other lyrics. It is not hitting the same.
You sure?
At all.
I don't know, man. I feel that's debatable. I think it is. I think because I think it's
feel
all
like
about
you could have just said anything there.
man because
That's crazy, bro.
and I just say that
That's
I
crazy,
say that
nah, bro. Like this, and this is why, and I feel this way because like this is why, bro. I don't know. I feel like this is why people spend so much money. Why the songwriting game is so big.
I agree.
Is because like I think melody. I feel like you can't have a quote unquote hit without a good melody. But I don't think you can have I feel like the best songs in the world have the best lyrics, the best songwriting. Because at the end of the day, like the thing we do the most is talk to each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's those words that really set it all in. And I feel like even on the biggest songs, like you don't necessarily remember all the words
Right.
sometimes, but like you do. I just feel like you can't just name like Love on Top by Beyonce or whatever.
Right.
You can't just put any lyrics in that melody.
But that's what I'm saying. But I feel like the reason why I lean more so towards melody because I feel like even with songwriting, that's part of melody. Like if you are a great songwriter, you think in a sense of like, okay, how to say this.
Exactly.
Just like
that's
but
what
not
I'm saying.
necessarily. I'm saying more so like the rhythm of it, like nursery rhymes. Like it's the rhythm that keeps your attention to add to the value of the production or whatever it may be. Like you can say something.
What I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. The melody is the foundation. But what I'm saying is I'm trying to not say that lyrics are an option, or that great lyrics are an option for the greatest songs. That's why I'm naming these. That's why I'm naming like the biggest songs that literally everybody knows.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you just put any average lyrics in there, it's not the same song no more.
I agree, but
That's what I'm saying. Like, if like melody is up here, like great lyrics are like right here.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree. Lyrics are important, but I'm also saying that like, if you say those same lyrics within a different melody, it ain't gonna hit the same. Just like we said, we will. If they phrase that differently, I don't know if that song is gonna do what it did.
I agree with that. What I'm saying is that like, if you would have just said anything else, no matter how great that melody was, it's not gonna be that song no more. It's not a hit. It's not a hit.
I'm on the fence with. I don't know.
Not a hit, bro.
I don't know.
Somebody in the comments, yo, if you watching right now, join into the conversation, bro. This is a live situation, so please chime in. Your comment and whatever you say will be added to the conversation and prioritized. We'll stop whatever we're talking about to make sure we acknowledge that. But yeah, what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we agree that melody is the foundation, you know what I'm saying,
But lyrics is still.
Yeah, I feel like lyrics.
It's like a 1A, 1B type of.
To me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that.
And I feel like when you have only one of those, I feel like there's a ceiling on the song. And, and so I feel like you could have like a year, you know what I'm saying, like hit song, but not like not no Timeless jump for sure. You ain't
I'm
get
trying
nothing
to-
time to saying no BS, in my opinion.
I don't, man. Look, well, no, we said timeless. Okay, timeless. You're right. Cause I'm gonna say, cause we got some hits that are deemed as hits, and we don't know what the hell they saying most of the time. But when you say timeless,
and even in them junts, bro, like it's always a very clear lyric. Like, man, I was just talking to Pro about this.
that's what we needed to have on this joint.
Like I was just talking to Pro about this. You know that song. I think we was talking about collard greens.
Bro, that beat so cold.
I think we was talking about collard greens, but I feel like also that song that Schoolboy Q got with Kanye, the okay, whatever the name of that song is.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And me and Pro was working on a song, and he was spitting. Like, he was just like, going crazy. Bro, this song is crazy. He was really spitting. And I was saying to him, I was like, man, I feel like we need a part that, like, breaks it up. You know what I'm saying? We need, like that one part, because he was just going so hard. And I felt like, yo, we need just like something, even if it's not like a melodic part.
That part, that's the song you talking about? Him and Kanye?
Yeah, that part. Even if it's not like something melodic, something that's like a chant, just something just like outrageous or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we need something that people will say. Because like even in a song like that, like if you think about like Collard Greens, to me, Collard Greens is a dope track.
Yeah, facts.
One of the most creative beats ever.
That bounce is crazy. Yeah.
And the hook is dope too. Now I couldn't necessarily tell you what he's saying in the hook. I just remember that
yeah.
Okay, but and then something.
But it's the melody though.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, so there's that. But like, if you were to sing lyrics from the song, bro, what's the most memorable part of that song? That whole song.
I don't, because again, to me, what I'm hearing, I'm listening, I'm thinking of the hook, but I'm more so it's the rhythm, it's the melody.
What's the most memorable part of that song, bro?
I don't know what's
when it come down to it, when you imagine like a sea of people, what's the part everybody getting the loudest to?
No, I'm thinking of the wrong song. What part you got?
To me, the part is when Kendrick come in. When his verse start,
this your favorite song. That just brought it all back to it. Yeah, you're right. But that's what I'm saying. It's also how he said it though.
You gotta have. He ain't sing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have the right words too. Like, the words gotta connect. It's gotta be. It's always the words.
I feel that, but even with that, I feel like him saying "bitch," like he could use a different word, and that still could have worked.
No,
I think so.
I disagree. Give me an example.
I mean, honestly, he could have said "nigga," and I feel like it would have worked. You would have had
No, bro. Sing the song. Replace "bitch" and sing "nigga" in that same way. And you tell me if that's as hard.
Bro, it's still gonna work.
Tell me. No, demonstrate for the people, bro.
Bro, first off, so how did he say that joint? He said, "Bitch,
this your favorite song,
nigga. This your favorite song, bro. It's gonna. I'm telling you, bro.
You couldn't even finish the jump because it didn't even work, bro. It didn't work.
Bro.
It didn't work.
And I say, and the reason why I say that because, like you said, how we talk to people matters, but it's more so how we say it. The approach of how you say it, which is part of the melody.
Okay, but we talk about making music. There's gonna be rhythm and melody to literally everything.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like
we talk about making music. That's what I'm saying. It's the foundation. But you saying you could have put anything there and it would be the same because it's a certain melody. And I'm saying
I feel like it's a syllable. It's a
bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like it might have technically fit the cadence, but it would have been way less effective. This is why it feels different when you the clean versions versus the dirty versions.
Of course.
Because the word you use matters.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I just think the melody catches you more.
That's why we be having these lame rappers, bro, that can't write. And we be like, yo, this just don't hit, bro. What you saying is whack.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, it's all about how you say it.
Bro.
Because someone else could say the same thing, and if they don't say it the right way, it's not gonna hit the same.
Bro, okay, but all right. So what's more important, delivery or melody?
I still think now that's okay. I think now for me, I think that one goes neck to neck. That one's kind of right here because I feel like the energy you put into saying it, that melody, it determines a lot. That one's tough one. It's a different thought process for me of which one is more important.
I brought that up because you keep saying that's how you say it.
Yeah.
But that's not even melody, bruh. That's delivery. That's performance. And so in the same way, you know what I'm saying? Like the lyrics make a difference, bro.
I mean, they do.
There's a lot of things that can ruin a good melody.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Which means that I feel like it just can't be the end all be all, bro.
I mean, okay, I'm not saying that melody is king, but I do feel again the melody. I know for me
it's the most important.
Yeah, when I hear music, what is again the way I listen to music off my initial listen, it's how it sounds. Mm-hmm. It's the melody it's what catches my attention. It's what I'm humming. You know, it's the melody that I'm humming that I'm constantly like reminded of that hooks me in. Versus what's being said. It's not until probably like the second or third listen when I'm like, okay, this is what he's spitting. This is what he's saying. This is what they're talking about. Like after first listen, it's the vibe. It's how it sounds to me. It's how it makes me feel. It's how it makes me move.
When I first heard "Don't Like," it was absolutely what my man was saying. That's a crazy hook, bruh. I feel like you can't put no other lyrics there.
I agree.
A mean man, that's that crap I don't like. That's not hidden, bro.
Hey, I mean,
that's not hidden.
Depends on who you are, because they do got Kids Bop, and you know, Kids Bop was a thing.
Kids Bop they was doing their thing.
You know, but it was the melody. They replaced the words. And think about it. When people do
Bro, we was laughing at that though.
It don't matter. We laugh at songs now that people still consider hits. Because like we discussed a few pods ago, now we're in the meme culture. So some of that stuff is intentional.
I feel you. Hey man. The melody is definitely high, super high important. You know what I mean? I definitely think too it's the foundation of a great song.
No,
I
agree.
Like, I don't think you can escape that, but I just didn't want the conversation to go in the direction of like, you know what I'm saying? You could that's all that matters. Because I don't agree with that.
But even still with that, when most, at least that I know, and I've seen people like in their creative process, a lot of times when they have the beat, they're just humming sounds, humming melodies, and then they fill in the words.
They fill in the words, yes.
Yeah, because that melody got to be catched though.
If they had just left it as humming melodies, do you think that song would be as hard as if they put some words on it?
I mean, we just talked about we in the era where we have a few artists, like you said, we don't know what the fuck they're saying.
The best artists are the best writers.
Right? Okay, you're right. We're talking about God tier level. Timeless music. You're right.
The best lyrics.
You're right. You're right. I got you. I still lean towards the melody, but no, I do agree. I would not I would not like diss the lyrics because they are extremely important. I just know for me, like starting off, melody is what catches me first. Melody is what brings me back to the song. Then I start to analyze what's going on in the song.
Yeah, I feel like that. I agree with you, but I do think there are exceptions when what you say is so.
Yeah, when they just cut straight through.
Yeah, I feel like you can just say something that's so like damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's a damn lyric? Okay. Beggars can't be choosers. Bitch, this ain't Chipotle. Look, I just said it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that really make you think, you know?
I mean, and I also think about like one of my favorite songs is Grinding. When Grinding was one of them songs that got me, like when I heard it, I was like, bro, this is crazy.
From ghetto to backyard.
Yeah, but like the hook is how he said it. It's the beat. He ain't really saying nothing.
What?
And the hook, what he said in the hook? Grinding.
You know what I keep in the lining.
But
Niggas
that's
feel
why
like I be shining. What, bro?
But bro, again, it's the melody. It's how they say it. But like I said, I do agree that delivery plays a huge part in that, along with the melody. But again, when we're talking, when we're talking the top tier, top level songs, lyrics are extremely important. Timeless music, if that's what we're talking about. So
I'm in agreement. But you know what I'm saying? There's hella instrumental songs that are hella memorable. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
And some songs where the instrumental sections are the more memorable part. Like what's the jump? Whose song is the jump with the most famous saxophone line ever?
That just made me think. What was this?
What's his name? It's like Sweet something. I don't know. I feel like it's like a Keith Sweat song.
I was just thinking that's not Keith Sweat though. That's definitely not Keith Sweat.
Who is
That's not Keith Sweat though, for sure.
Type, you know,
that's a white dude, I believe.
Nah,
bro. If we talk about the same
it's not
song,
Keith Sweat. But that was supposed to just jog your memory. It's like it's that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What's the name of that
dude might be white. I don't know.
He is.
It's not Bobby Caldwell.
Look, now you got me. I don't. Is it? I don't think it is. Let me see. See, now we gotta figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? That's an infectious melody.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? It took over the whole song. I couldn't even tell you I don't think I even heard the full song before.
See, look, come on, man.
But that's because everybody clicked that John.
Because the melody.
Because the melody of that one part, yeah,
it was
superior.
It was it, you know. Well, I guess it just shows, you know.
And it could only have been done by a saxophone. Had it been a piano,
probably wouldn't have. Nah. I could have tried to. Nah, bro, that would. Nah, that would not have worked. That was a piano.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so many things that like if you have a great melody can still make that song ass.
True.
Yeah, it's like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
The wrong sound, bruh.
That's what I'm like. Now I'm trying to hear that with a piano. That would have been. Nah, bro. That's the right sound. The right sound. Exactly. Will, man, kill the perfect melody and lyrics. Yeah, if the production is trash too. Yeah,
D-Light, bro, my man D-Light Beats. Yo, shout out D-Light Beats, man. One
good
of my
family.
Homies from this is one of the people I grew up with, dope producer, man. What's up, D-Light? Definitely don't hit the same. I think melody and the delivery go hand in hand.
See?
Agreed.
Yeah,
it's you definitely, and you know that's kind of what we talk about. It's like obviously all of these things are important.
Yeah, of
but
course.
Like what weighs more, and I think that melody weighs more, but it's just a close margin to me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not saying like it's melody, then like lyrics are like super on the bottom of the totem. Like nah, I would never say that. Lyrics are extremely important and impactful. But the melody, man, I feel like the melody it grabs your attention. The melody and the delivery is what grabs your attention and like pulls people in.
Shout out to Bounce God in the chat.
What's good, family?
What's good? How you living?
I'm pretty yeah.
So yeah, what y'all think? Melody or lyrics? Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Both are super important, but what is most important?
Man,
Great lyrics or a great melody?
if you had to, if you had to rank like the priority or the hierarchy of a song, of a hit song, like between melody, delivery, production, sounds, like where do you think they land?
Definitely melody first, and then delivery of the performer. If you're talking about like a vocal song, delivery of the performer. Those two things. And this is why. Because I feel like the best songs are the songs you can strip down to like a vocalist and like a bass instrument or whatever.
And it still hit.
Like a guitar and a singer.
Yeah.
This is why I love Aaron James' music. Because his songs, like, we do all this production, whatever, but the core, if it's just him and the song, it hits. You know what I'm saying? And it comes down to like his songwriting and his delivery.
Yeah.
Like, so that's it. So definitely,
bro.
Definitely, I would say melody. Overall melodic composition, delivery, and then songwriting. I might even put songwriting. I mean, probably put delivery above everything, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's probably
I agree.
number one.
Yeah, honestly, I think delivery is definitely up there, and I think the texture too, like because the tone and texture of someone's voice matters. I think it matters more than people tend to give credit for. Because again, I've heard I'm gonna definitely sound like a hater. But Big Sean, for the life of me, I just, the way he raps and stuff, the tone of his voice, I'm just not a fan. Like, I'm never saying like he's not a good rapper or anything like that, like he's bad at rap. I'm just not a fan, but like he legit could say something and then Kendrick could say the same thing, but it's the way Kendrick says it, and I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, you definitely hating, bro.
See?
Yeah, D-Light Beats. D-Light says what pulls you in with the song is going to be the melody.
Yeah.
Yeah, the melody is, I think Quincy Jones said that, like, you can learn theory, or he said something, but you can't teach a good melody. I don't know. It was something like that, but he emphasizes great melody as well.
It's important, man.
Yeah. Bounce Guy said that's tough because melodically the delivery has to fit the harmonics of the melody. So I'm going to run with the melody. As
Melody
the top,
it
you know.
is. Yeah.
I don't see it, but I just feel like the performance, like what you were just saying, like this is why speakers, you know what I'm saying? Like the most effective, just regular, I'm not even in music, the most effective speakers know how to deliver a message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I say, bro, your outfit is fresh.
Right.
And then I said, bro, your outfit is fresh. Whichever one you prefer, doesn't even matter. But it definitely hits the same. And the second one is definitely more memorable.
It's going, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You're going to think I'm checking you, or I'm really passionate about your
I agree.
But the first one, you might forget I said it.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. The melody, man, it leaves the mark, bro. The melody, man.
The delivery. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, facts.
But yeah.
So what is lyrics right underneath that?
Delivery, then melody, and then I guess I would say lyrics.
Okay.
Because that's how it works. That's how you get some hard acapella joints.
Facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you sing your song acapella, right, you ain't got a guitar, nothing else with you
To support you.
bro, you better be saying something hard, bro.
Gotta catch their attention somehow.
Because if you just that's not bro. You gotta be. That just gotta connect.
No, I agree, but because I think when I think of delivery, one of the wildest artists that I think of is ODB. Like his delivery was one of a kind, but you knew who he was. As soon as you heard his voice, you heard no one else could deliver a verse the way he did it. So yeah. Of course, we all know they all matter.
Yeah. All parts of the song matter.
We all play a role.
Being that we in Memphis, he definitely that should not be assumed, my guy. But it made you talk about it, bro, because the delivery was on point. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. All right, so delivery, melody, lyrics. Yeah. Then sounds.
But again, that, bro, I just want to make sure it's known that, like, you can't replace "We Will Rock You" with any old lyrics and the exact same delivery and melody. You can't just put "We Will Hug You."
I mean,
I will hug you.
Of course, not with on that production. Like, bro, that's an anthem.
That's what I'm saying. It mattered a lot what was said was probably the most important thing on that song. On that part. But
all right, man. Because I'm also thinking about the importance of the production on that, how they played just like, yeah, like to do that.
No melody, no nothing, bro. You just need that right delivery. That's like old school, you know what I'm saying? Just like in the circle, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
the cipher, yeah. I got you. All right. I'm still a melody guy, but yeah.
Bro, I feel you. Shout out to the melody.
Man, but I think it's also important to state like how important it is to have the right sounds with that. Like we were talking about, like trying to play that same melody with the piano, it's not hitting the same.
Right.
So like that makes me go to like the importance of just creating in general. Is that something you would rather do with the artist in the moment? During a session, like is that something right there, or would you prefer to send it over, let them build on it?
We got mad beats in the building. You know what I'm saying? Back in the gen. Hold on, let me turn your mic on.
My first time sitting back here, bro. It's great.
Man.
Am I just perfectly? I'm like, okay. That was an optical illusion, bro.
You know the joint, the latest. Man, well, I feel like, man, since you walked in, I feel like you got to give your recap, bro, of just the week of the, last night.
Yeah, man. Last night was insane. Big shout out, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out everybody. Everybody in the team, Opera Memphis, Pro Show Sound, man, the features, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out Blue Levies, Rudy, man, big shout out the Grizzlies and the Grizzlies staff, big shout out Carly, yeah, man, Opera Memphis sang Happy Birthday to Nova at the end of the night. They recorded it and sent it to me.
Nice.
Yeah. It was crazy. So, big shout out to my family. Big shout out to my son, my dad. You know what I mean? It was a crazy night. one day, man, like I say that one of the best things we do is storytell, right? But as good as we are at storytelling and how we've made it our profession, right? There's a depth of storytelling about what we go through to make these things happen that we're just not doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, with all due respect, like a recap on a podcast is not going to tell
bro.
the 72, the 96 hours before how much happens, to make these kinds of really cool things happen, so. But yeah, we still recovering, but we also still working, you know what I'm saying? I got a session in a few hours. Kid's got like a rehearsal, you know what I'm saying?
Still got work to do.
We still, we still got to get it in and do what we got to do. So, hopefully, we'll all collectively, see Majors in New York.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Doing some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know he was gonna be out there.
Yeah,
I just woke up to
right? Like, nice.
on the plane in New York.
Yeah, so, victories like this are momentous, right? So that's what we really look forward to, right? Is we look forward to, what a victory like last night does, and the ripple effects of it throughout the year, right? So yeah, I feel great. I feel like what we did it well. We laid it all out on the court, literally and figuratively. And now it's just time to get to it and continue telling people who we are and what we are. Yeah.
Bro. All right, since you walked in on this this debate, what's the lyrics or melody to make a hit song?
Damn.
Which one is priority for you?
Okay. I feel it necessary to say, because I don't see many people point out this nuance. Even though I don't think you should have to point this out, but I feel like in today's climate you have to. No matter which one I choose, both are incredibly important.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? Now, I do know that if I were to have this conversation, if I don't say that every 5 minutes, somebody's going to say I'm saying one is important and the other is not. Because people's brains tend to versus everything and make one a 0 and one a 1. I'm not saying that. All right? Nothing I say is me saying that. So please feel free to rewind back to this point in the video. Please mark the timing of it in case you need to refer back to what I'm talking about and how I'm saying it. All right. With that being said, for a hit song, national or international?
International. We out there.
Melody.
I agree, bro.
Now, with that, I'll say this. The cheat code, though, is that lyrics contain melody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, if you can, there are lyrics in languages we don't understand that are still international hits because the lyrics are written in a melody that is infectious no matter where you go. Right. So, no, it is, music was music before, language.
Yeah, that's real.
So, music and melody is always going to be, a priority in translating across the globe. Definitely.
I agree. Yeah.
It's number one.
All right. Now, what was the other one? The delivery over melody.
Tell me, give me more details on what you mean.
So, we were talking about, what was the example we had? I know, we were talking about that part and how Kanye delivered his verse. Is that a priority over, I guess, how he says it melodically,
Yeah, basically ranking is delivery more important than the melody?
is delivery like a timing thing? Is that what?
Delivery is, I would say, is more of like, I think it's a timing thing, but let's just say you got the rhythm down. I'm talking about like emotional context.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm still rolling with melody. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, because on that one, I felt the delivery, like, I feel like they're kind of neck to neck with delivery and melody because how, like you were saying, how you say it, how you deliver this message, the emotions that you put behind it, someone else could do. All right, so this was my example, and you probably gonna say I'm a hater too,
Yeah. Right.
because I said, as y'all know, I'm not a huge like Big Sean fan.
Right. Yeah, definitely hate it. You know what I'm saying?
But again, it's like I'm not a huge Big Sean fan, but it's like he could say something, and then Kendrick could say the same thing, but the way Kendrick is going to deliver it is going to be like, oh no, that's fire. So
I'm saying that's fine regardless. You just decide
nah,
it's not
bro,
fine. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
because I've heard people like I've worked with artists
Yeah.
that they have a verse and it's like, oh, okay, but I heard someone else rap their verse. I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
How they deliver the tone of their voice, the emotions that they put behind the phrasing. It's like, okay, nah, you really saying something.
Yeah, but that's incredibly important. But you're versing, you're putting that up against melody. Like, I don't see how or what really can lose to melody.
I definitely think that like if you don't have good delivery, you can make a song with a good melody not sound great. I feel like the Star Spangled Banner is like a great example because it'd be the same melody, but like a whole bunch of different people singing it with different delivery, and it just gets wildly different responses.
That's a good one.
Okay, hold on. Define melody.
Okay, melody is the movement of the notes, particularly in the top line of the song. So if, I guess for an example, if you're singing Happy Birthday, Happy Birthday to you is the melody of that song.
Right. Okay. I think I'm further understanding like the distinction between delivery and melody. I don't know. When I think of melody, I think of accuracy. I think of timing. You know what I'm saying? I think of like, and I also think to do an accurate comparison or an accurate versus of which one is better, right? Which one is more impactful or which one is more important, which one is prioritized, right? Like, so let's talk about Happy Birthday, right? Happy birthday to you, right? All right, sing a version of Happy Birthday that doesn't have that melody and have really good delivery.
Who did that version? Was it Stevie Wonder? That's his version, ain't it? The Happy Birthday to you.
Yes, that's a hard version. Yeah, that's Stevie Wonder, man. I'm just saying, I guess the point I'm making is just that, like, to truly ascertain, like, which one of those weighs the most, given that example, right? I would say, all right, cool. Give somebody with just a decent delivery to sing the melody, Happy Birthday to you. Because there's a reason why that melody wins for mad long, right? Yeah. Like there's something great about it, right? Right. Okay. And then find somebody with a great delivery, sing Happy Birthday, and it's not that melody, right? And see, is that version of it standing the testament of time, the impact, the influence over the years as the OG Happy Birthday with a decent melody? I mean, with a decent delivery.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think how I was looking at it is like, in terms of making a timeless song or whatever, that you can't, just because a song has a great written melody, the wrong delivery can make it just an average song.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That don't, you know what I'm saying, do nothing, even if it has a great melody.
But I would say the same for the covers, right? Something with a great delivery, like somebody with a great, delivery and a song with an average to low grade melody.
You lose. Yeah.
Where's it going?
Yeah, I mean, that's, and I think I have to think of an example of a song who had like great delivery with like a not good melody.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to think of one.
and I okay, yeah, think of one. But I feel like this. Whatever song you find, if it was a hit, the melody was in the lyrics.
Had to be. Yeah.
Yeah. The melody was in the lyrics. It may not have been like that top piano line or some lead synth or something like that, Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of, especially if it was a hit. Nah, the melody, like you said, the melody is king.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I think melody. Well, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that delivery. but melody is, if it's not number one, and delivery is number one. You know what I'm saying? If that ends up being the consistency around the world, and it's like legit 1.1, 1.2 type. You know what I'm saying? Very negligible kind of differences.
Sure.
Yeah.
South Sky said to salute to y'all on last night, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you,
It
family.
was
Big shout out. Shout out, Sonny.
Great night.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, we literally talked about that one topic this whole time. So what's the
Damn.
Yeah. We was locked in though. It was a good topic, man.
also
Man, when you creating songs, creating music in general with an artist, do you prefer to like build from scratch in the studio in that moment, or would you prefer artists be ready with their lyrics and stuff when they pull up? You sent them the beat, they wrote to it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Is there a preference?
What you think, Kid? Kid, are you ready? You ready, Kid?
It's a legendary tag now, bro.
Right.
I feel like I think, man, this is tough. So this might change tomorrow, but I think in this moment, I think I like coming in. I like sending the beat and then we come in with something to get started with, but with the caveat that it doesn't have to stay with either the beat or the lyrics. Doesn't have to stay however we come in with it with. But I do think I like the idea of a foundation. Like, all right, what you got? You know what I mean? And then we build upon it.
Yeah.
I respect that. I think for me, it depends on. It's so many different variables. Because one thing I think about is how much time we have. If we have time, let's build from scratch. I prefer it that way because I enjoy the challenge of just building with an artist and creating a sound together versus me being like, I think this beat will work for you. Let's see what you can do with it. Like, that's cool, sending beats out, and, they come in with an idea, and I enjoy those as well because I'm most of the times, most of the times, the artists that I work with now, I'm always excited to hear what they add to the idea because I had to learn that within collaboration that the idea doesn't have to stop with me, and a lot of times. I can just have a basic idea and I can send it off to somebody and it could be for them to, I guess, create or make that idea bigger.
Yeah.
But I think for me now at this point in my career, I enjoy, if I have the time, I would love to just build from scratch.
Yeah. Man. It's funny because I was sitting there thinking like how I'm going to answer this question. And I realized man, maybe a week ago or something like that, I put up on Threads, I said, yo, who could y'all see me doing an EP with? I'll ask that here, you know what I'm saying? I said, who could y'all see me doing an EP with? I don't care where you are. You can be in, Vancouver. You can be in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? And then I put the caveat was that that person would have to be able to come to my world,
Yeah.
right? You know, and I think what I realized right before I posted that was like how many things I do as a musician go into other people's world. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so good at that you know that's paid off.
Right.
Like it's really helped me in my career, you know. But I do feel like I'm at this point right now where honestly I'm kind of jaded. With like always being away from home. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I want more home. Always want to explore, always.
Right.
You know, but I definitely want more. I'm at home making music. You know what I'm saying? And so what I mean by that is like I just want to work with either. I mean, I usually end up just working by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do want to work with artists who can meet me in my world. And so I'm saying all this to say like all of these dynamics come with different like things that excite me and different requirements
Right.
in terms of how I would like it to go. Right. So like I think the most me of me loves a patient artist, right? So what I mean by that is like, not that, I mean, I always move in the studio like seconds matter, you know what I'm saying? But like, what I really mean is like, I love an artist that might have gotten a beat in the email, kind of like what Kid said, you know what I'm saying? But might be on some like, yo, I really want to do that. I'm still down to do that song. But like, you got anything else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just in a different vibe right now. You know what I'm saying? And they might say a feeling that I definitely have beats on, and I can just pull it up and go through those beats. They might say something where it's like, you know what? I got some chords recently that kind of give that kind of emotion, you know, and then just turn around and play those chords, you know, find the right patch in a keyboard or a synthesizer, play those chords, and we just move from there. You know what I'm saying? But what I love the most is an artist that's like not flexible. Because that's the thing is like I can do every version of this.
Right.
And what I am most aligned with is whatever version of me needs to show up to deliver the product that we love.
Right.
You know, and it just happens different ways depending on whether or not I'm at home or I'm exploring with somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, the reason I said the sending the beat out and coming with something is because, you know, okay, let me just do my version of the caveat,
The disclaimer.
You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike what I'm about to say, but I think my least favorite part of music making process, whether I'm with somebody or by myself, is the very beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blank slate part. I like the bouncing ideas off of something, whether it's something I already had made or with somebody else. Like I like the sculpting part, you know what I mean? Like I like getting to that. And so when you have something already, we could start the session off getting to shape up an idea that's there. It's like you get to hop into that part of the momentum a lot faster. It is cool. Like I think it's incredibly rewarding when you know you started off literally from nothing and just pulled out a song out of the ether. Like that's an incredibly rewarding feeling. But I think on the grand scheme of things, like sitting down looking at somebody and there's nothing there is probably like my least favorite part of the music making process. And so to me, that's just like it's like the shortcut. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, you had an idea, or you know, even if it wasn't a beat, like if you had a melody, if you had some lyrics, or the songwriter had some lyrics or a melody or a voice memo. Like that stuff is
yeah.
super exciting. It's like, oh, okay, let's take this and turn it into something. And even if we don't end up using that, it was the building block to get to something else. So I just enjoy that part of it a lot. And so, yeah, I think that's why I feel that right now.
I feel that. Yeah, I definitely enjoy the blank canvas space of finding or allowing the idea to come to me in a way, and more so learning to, like you said before, learning to follow the idea, learning to follow the inspiration, especially in like sitting with an artist and just having a conversation. Like I feel like some of the best interviews that I've seen or just songs that I've listened to and have created have come from me and the artist just sitting and having a conversation, and then like they'll say something. I'm like, oh, that's a bar, and somehow that becomes a song, a theme for a song. Like I enjoy those moments versus like, all right, I got a beat. What you got? Like I enjoy that as well. Again, because like I said, I'm always excited about what other people, other artists can bring to either something that I've created or I can bring to them. But I know now I definitely enjoy the process of like, it's a blank canvas. Let's see what we come up with. Cause I feel like that's the challenge. That's where the testing ground. That's for me. That's where I'm getting better. That's why I'm doing the work. And a lot of times that's where I get to test out where I'm currently at.
I feel all that, man. And I do think that there's a lot of enjoyment in terms of like crafting and creating something around somebody in the room, and you know, and there's all that feedback, and there's all that just classic like the magic that happens in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It could be a phrase, it could be a word, y'all could be laughing off something off YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden that just tumbles into something really great. And I say all that, and I say all of that, and at the same time say, for me, I don't know if that wins every time against an artist walking in and me just hitting play on a beat I made and they being like, what the
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And you watch them immediately be like, yo, this beat right here, yo. You know what I'm saying? You watch them immediately envision what this beat could mean to them and for what they're doing. And to watch them just like enjoy something that you made just messing around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or in my case, something I made 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that is an amazing feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I to be honest, I don't even know how to answer that question.
I think that is an amazing feeling. But I know for me, like when it's something that I've already made, and now I'm in the session and I'm sitting and waiting for the artist to come up with something. It's like, bro, I'm listening to my beat. Like, yeah, I love my beat, but now I'm like, I want to make another beat or something now.
But you know, I'll say this though. I'll say this though, and this is the dopest part is that like for me that's not a thing that happens because like I might pull out a beat that I made, you know, a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's just wow, and they're just ready to rock on it or whatever. You know. And as soon as I hear, like I'm notorious for doing this with like Pro, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I hear where they're going with it, I can hear like, oh, hold on, let me go ahead and pull up the Pro Tools sessions of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I can hear like transitions, I can hear other chord progressions, I can hear, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of like maybe deleting or just muting a few things and adjusting something, you know, X, Y, and Z to kind of take it. But it's like, you still end up sampling your own beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very rare that it's just like, I just pull up the beat and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? There's still like a creative process for me, even after they've been inspired off of something like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, at least I'll say a few artists, not all of them, but a few of the artists that I work with in those processes, like, they be so like, okay, this is the sound. Let me get this. Let me write to this before you do anything. Yeah. Because once I start changing and affecting whatever, now sometimes they get inspiration from somewhere else, and they be like, oh no, it can go. I'm like,
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I should have just chilled back and just let you know.
Yeah, I'll also say this too, man. Like I've definitely seen something where it's like, and this is where it's like, sometimes it's hard working with. I don't know, bro. I just know that like all of the artists that I started working with in the beginning of my career, like they totally expected to like rap on something really simple and then it get after you lay down the verses to build a song around it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like nowadays I just be seeing it more and more and more, and I've experienced it more where like people rap on something and if like the smallest things change, it's like, yo, what was that?
Yeah.
Yo, why that change?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just be like, because dog, like
This ain't done.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying, right? And that be the ones I'm like, I'd rather like in those cases, you have something written. If we're gonna go that way, and then I do post production, and we can experience it together at the end versus me trying to. Because like in the moment, a lot of times I said if they don't have something already ready and they're creating in that moment or writing a verse or whatever, trying to perfect that verse before they record it, and I'm starting to make drops and add different chords or whatever. Now, they again, the inspiration comes from somewhere else. And I'm like, oh, okay, instead of saying this, I can do this. And then that goes a whole different. I'm like, all right, bro, now we wasting time because we end up going in a circle because I'm creating still off of what I'm hearing, but now you're creating something differently based off of what I'm doing. And I'm like, that wasn't the goal. I was trying to keep you here. That's why I like, most times I'm like, all right, if that's the dynamic, I'm chilling until you get done, you record, then I'm like, I bet, let me do what I do.
Yeah, and that's, I'll say this though, man, like 9 times out of 10, that's generally what happens with me. I think most people at this point who reach out to me and we end up making a song, like there's a level of trust there where they just kind of doing their thing, knowing that like I'm gonna go in the post game, you know what I'm saying, and kind of do what I do. So I don't really feel much pressure when it comes to that stuff. I just love the fact that like you make something and it's just enough inspiration to get somebody to act on it. Yeah. And then you get the opportunity to take it home, because it's, I don't know, bro. Like I do always feel like, and sometimes it's just the mix. Yeah. Sometimes it's not the production. Sometimes it's like the thing that reaches out to the artist and pulls them into a production is the mix. It's not adding or taking something away. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So, but that's, I'm involved in all that. So I enjoy it.
The full process. Yeah. All right. Speaking of on mixing, gang staging, how important is that, I guess, in your career now? Like, I know, and I speak more so from the instance of when I first started, I was on some, if I had a compressor, I got to make sure that, the levels is back to where it was at. Like, I used to watch that. Yeah. And I feel like now, the way my gang structure and everything is routed and everything is set up, I don't necessarily I don't have to pay that much attention to it, at least on the front end. And I'm going more so for a tone, a texture, a sound, a feeling, versus being like, all right, well, I added this compressor, now I got to make sure, all right, I'm gonna add 2 dB here, and I'm no longer in that space. So I would say it's important, but not to that degree like it was when I first started.
Yeah, I think gang staging is important. But I honestly feel like it's more important for the practice and the discipline of meticulousness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's, I'll just say this, like, there have definitely been mixes where I was just like, no, I know what I'm doing. I just, just go by my ears and make sure everything sounds good, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, halfway through it, I'm like, man, I wish I made up my bed and like put my shoes in the right place, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, nothing is more important to an engineer having a career than like being able to have repeatable outcomes. Right. And being able to know the science of how to achieve repeatable outcomes. And so, just like any scientist, there's like the scientific method, Right? And, you know, scientists can have ideas and hypotheses and have random experiments, but like, you know, no one's taking whatever your discovery is seriously until that it's run through like these protocols, you know? And so that just requires the discipline of doing that, you know, eerily similar to like, you know, the court of law, right? Where it's just like Miranda rights, this, that, blah, blah, because like you trying to convict somebody, you skip over some things, you don't do this, you don't do that, this might get thrown out, all kind of things can get, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's like, you know, when it comes to games, to me, game staging is like one of several things that's just like, it is important, but it's more important because it is one of the small disciplined things that you do that consistently gives you more information about what you're doing and keeps your processes repeatable over time. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I definitely, like when it comes to mixing, I don't know, I'm really inspired by just like how you would describe Michael Brower and it being like a performance, you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely move through mixes like emotionally, you know what I'm saying, with an emotional jaunt, but I think I try to make sure I still do those things as much as I can because it's really, for me, I think it's like an ego thing where like I'll definitely just be feeling it so much and act like I'm past like the things that can happen when you just moving through stuff emotionally. Like you know, it don't matter how long you've been mixing, stuff is gonna sound better if it's louder. You know what
that's
I mean?
a fact.
Like,
That's a fact.
and you just, you know, and I've definitely found myself getting further down the mix and just realizing I wasn't making stuff sound better. I was just making stuff sound louder. You know what I mean? Just because I was, you know what I mean? And I don't know. So I try to just like, I try to prioritize those things just so I don't let things get too out of control. You know what I mean? And or if like, yo, this feels louder, and then I'll just like, all right, well, let me bring everything else up by the same mix. It still feels good. You know what I mean? Just like little stuff like that, because I definitely, you be thinking that you got a momentum, but you spend more time fixing stuff at the end. You know what I mean? Like trying to go backwards on stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, I shouldn't even put these plugins. You know what I mean? Like,
That's it, man. Like, to me, game staging is like, hey, man, what do you do every day? What do you do every day?
oh yeah, I mean, brush teeth.
Okay. Do you think there are some days where you could go and not brush your teeth?
Nah.
Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Are there days where you can functionally achieve the same things you would have achieved had you not brushed your teeth?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, okay. But you still brush your teeth. Right. You know what I'm saying? Why?
Because A, is habit. B, I feel better. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just gonna move through life a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? With a clean breath.
Absolutely. Also, right? Also, there's a good chance you're brushing your teeth because it gives you a sense of completion and following and taking care of yourself. Like, you know, okay, if I get up every day, I wash my face, I shower, I brush my teeth, I put on clean clothes, blah, 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 right? Like, all of that, as while that might functionally not change what you can accomplish in that day, it changes the version of you that shows up.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It establishes micro versions of discipline, right? Like that like really affect like how confident you are when you're in that meeting, right? How confident you are at whatever obstacles in front of you. Game staging is the same way to me. It's the same thing. It's like tying your shoes, you know?
Yeah. I like that approach.
Yeah.
Brushing teeth. He was like, wait, hold up.
Nah, I can't not brush my teeth, bro. You know?
So man, like, he's like, hold on, how many people watching this?
Nah, bro.
Hilarious.
Well, I think we at the end of this joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, Wrap us up.
Damn. What?
I mean, you in the seat.
Yeah, I gotta wrap us up. All right, you know what I'm saying? Well, those were our topics, y'all. We talked about
Well,
you know what I'm saying, lyrics versus melody for 3 hours. And then we touched on game staging. You know what I'm saying, a little bit, you know, micro disciplines. We also shouted out, you know what I'm saying, the work collection.
Work.
You know what I mean? If you
Big shout
weren't
out to
there, I
work.
feel really bad, but it was a great night. And thank you for everybody that was involved, that supported, that shared stories, that congratulated us, that texted, and that helped put this thing together. Yeah, man, shout out to our team, bro. We was really going through all kinds of sicknesses, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to get ready for this job.
Facts.
And so we getting it in. But this has been Type Beat, a producer podcast where we talk about engineering, producing, and musicing. And we are live from outer space in the
crazy.
Apologetic
Producer.
Studio. My name is Kid Maestro, and behind me is the cast.
LJ1S.
I. You know what I'm saying? I make mad beats.
Yes, sir. And yeah, that is it. Thank you all for chiming in. And we will see y'all on the next episode. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. Do both. Don't do either. It doesn't really matter. Goodbye.
Peace.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit. Here we go again.